Russian President Vladimir Putin has issued a stern warning to Germany over its proposed delivery of Leopard tanks to Ukraine. The Russian leader's warning to Berlin was made in a speech that he gave to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the Battle of Stalingrad. The Battle of Stalingrad was fought between the Nazi German troops and the Moscow-backed Red Army between August 1942 and February 1943. The Red Army's victory in the long-drawn battle has been credited with turning the tide in World War II in favor of the Allied powers, which at the time included the erstwhile USSR. Putin says that a modern war between Russia and Germany will be entirely different than the World War II battle.
Russia won't limit itself to armored vehicles while responding to threats from Ukraine. That was the ominous message from the Russian President Vladimir Putin as he responded to the West's decision to supply tanks to Ukraine.
Now, unfortunately, we see that the ideology of Nazism in its modern form and manifestation once again directly threatens the security of our country. Again and again, we have to repel the aggression of the collective West. Those who drag Germany into a new war and expect to win on the battlefield do not understand that a modern war with Russia will be different.
If Putin's warning wasn't enough, the Russian defense minister earlier today released a new video. It showed Russia's T-90M Proryv tanks holding drills emulating target hitting of enemy armored vehicles and aircraft. Besides Germany's Leopard tanks, the US has pledged delivery of 31 M1 Abrams tanks to Ukraine. The United Kingdom will send some of its Challenger tanks. The Western tanks are expected to arrive in Ukraine in the coming weeks. What's more, the US has already dispatched its state-of-the-art Bradley infantry vehicles to Kyiv, as Ukraine anticipates a spring offensive from Russian forces. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that Russia still has the resources to mount a large-scale offensive. The Ukrainian leader says that Kyiv would need fighter jets and long-range missiles to counter the upcoming onslaught. So far, the US has refused to cede to Ukraine's demand of supplying it with F-16 fighter jets. It remains to be seen if the Biden administration would revisit the decision amid continued pressure from Zelensky. There is another big question here. How far would Russia be willing to travel to counter the West's moves to arm Ukraine with modern tanks? Will Moscow once again resort to large-scale deployment of fighter jets in Ukraine? Make no mistake about it, that Putin's political future hinges on the outcome of the war. The upcoming spring in Ukraine could well be the make-or-break moment of the war.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.